Hello and welcome. My name is Lynn, and I have a little, well, it's actually a lot. It's another crafty haul, this time from Crafter's Companion. I think this was during, it must have been a warehouse sale. I'm not 100%, but there was a huge, Ben's Bonanza box is what it was called, and it was there was just a lot of goodies in it. Nothing was all packaged together, so what I'll do is share the things that I got outside of the Bonanza box that I'm sure of, and I think that will mean the rest is what was included in that big bundle. So the first thing is I did pick up the Penny Slider Stamp and Die collection. This was sold as a bundle, and pretty much everything that I got here was on the order of 60 to 75% off, and that's before my Crafter's Companion Club discount. So I got it at even less than that. So the Penny Slider collection, I may not keep all of them, so you might find these in giveaways at some point. But essentially, they all share a common sort of theme of having a track that is your that your penny slider will travel along, and each of them has a different shape track. So in this case, this is a heart. Then there's a stamp set and some coordinating dies. So here, besides the track die, there are two other dies that will cut out the two butterflies in here, and you even get a circle that if you didn't that would be how I would use it, because I actually haven't seen the Crafter's Companion videos on how they put theirs together. But the circle die presumably is what you would attach to the bottom portion of your penny, or foam if you choose to use foam, and that's what kind of locks your die cut that's going to travel along this track, locks it into place, but still allows it to freely travel. So there's, I think, there's 8 in here. So we have the Flying By, which is a heart with some butterflies and flowers. There's Over the Moon. This is just your basic circle with your kind of celestial and stamps, and as well the little outer space astronaut and rocket ship. There's the Smitten as a Kitten. This is just your basic straight track and cat and some additional little accessories. We have Sky's the Limit. This is just a kind of abstract, sort of bumpy, track here. And you've got your paper airplane, some clouds, and of course, a lot of these stamped images you can use just for regular scene building, which I think would be really fun. And we have All Ears. And that's a little bunny with sort of a kind of a hopping zigzag track. We've got Go Bananas with monkey and some palm trees, and then he can kind of swing. So it's a little bit of an arc that you can have your monkey travel along. Then we have Smooth Sailing, which is sort of sea themed, and this is more like a horseshoe shaped track for your boat, as if it's kind of, traveling, and it's kind of bumpy waves in the ocean. And then we have Look for the Rainbow, and I mean, this really upside down, it's pretty similar to this. I mean, this is more horseshoe, so it's more like a C, whereas the rainbow is more like a U, I guess, an upside down U, and it basically lets you cut out a track that's within like a part of the rainbow. So as they've shown here on the packaging, you could maybe have the sun kind of travel along there. And there's that nice, I think the stamp is designed to perfectly fit around that that size track. So that was one bundle that I picked up. Then I also picked up the, there were a couple of, let's see. I don't know if this is the full collection of Nature's Garden Beautiful, but there's quite, I don't think it is the full collection, but there's quite a lot in here. So if it's not the full collection of stamps and dies, it's nearly so. And it's all bee themed. And it's really nice because it's not like a cartoon bee. It's more of a realistic bee, which I think is kind of different, at least for my stash. So this is a stamp and die set. And so primarily the stamp and then coordinating dies to go along with it. Here is another stamp, and I think this is just a stamp set. So you've got a layering stamp here to kind of get the two tones of the bee, and then also you could use these as to build up like a wreath too if you wanted. Here's another stamp and die set. Primarily, again, stamp set with the coordinating dies to go along with it to cut out all of the images. This is a cover die, which cuts out this really, really cool pattern with some sort of solid hexes and a little bit of foliage, and then the bees as well. That's all kind of integrated in the frame. So I think that's going to be really, really nice to work with. And then this is another die that is going to kind of cut this pattern into your card. So a nice sort of silhouette. And then there's a 5x7. I think this is cut and embossed. So it actually does cut out that inner aperture, which is kind of neat. So in one go, it'll emboss the pattern, but also cut out that inside aperture. So great for shakers and things like that. Then I also got this, which is the Farmhouse, let's see, let me get the actual name, Nature's Garden Farmhouse Selection. And this one has a lot of, kind of, as the name would suggest, that the farmhouse theme to it. And again, I don't know if this is the full set of the stamps and dies, or if it's not, it's going to be pretty close to it. But here's one thing that's cool, and it's the actual the wax seal set. And so it's one handle, but you get two designs, which they're both really pretty. So you've got a bird here, and then a flower there, and then two wax kind of sticks so that you can melt it down and create your seal. And it's nice to have the two designs in the one set. So there's that. And then we've got, this is sort of chipboard elements. I don't know, they might be stickers and actually have some adhesive on the back. I'm not 100% sure. Then there are some word dies. So we have You Are Loved, Family Blessings. We have a stamp set, lots of little farm animals. We have a stamp and die set. So there's 3 birds here and dies to cut them out. This one's kind of neat. This is a stamp and die set, but it looks like the die set lets you cut out maybe seed packet size. I'm not sure how big it is, but you can kind of see it lets you sort of cut out that pocket. And so that could either be an embellishment onto a card front, or in an album, or just you could make little seed packets, I think, out of that. I don't know. It'll have to depend on the size. Here's another stamp and die set. Again, really pretty. Some foliage, a vase or a jar here. And then this is kind of cool. This is an embossing folder. I think this is 6x6. Yeah, 6x6 embossing folder, and it's got that lovely kind of circular wreath. So That is the Nature's Garden Farmhouse collection. And then I picked up some other things as just sort of staples that I wanted to try out. So one, I wanted to try out the Crafter's Companion Craft cardstock, so picked up a pack of that. I also wanted to, I'm gonna do a video comparing different marker papers. So I've been generally using Hammermill Super Smooth. Same cardstock that I use for foiling, I color with my alcohol markers on too. But I also have Nina, I have Bristol Smooth, I have a couple of different brands. So I'm gonna actually sit down and sort of do a side-by-side comparison, and I'll have a video on what I learned from that experiment. And then the rest of what's in here, oh wait, one more collection. I got this collection, which I thought was kind of cool. It's because I love nested shape dies. And this one is neat because there are 8 dies in each of them. They have different shapes to them, but they follow the same pattern in that you have a solid outline die. So in this case, this is oval. So you've got an oval outside cutting edge. Then the next die in actually has an outside stitch line, but not an outside cutting edge. It has an inside zigzag cutting edge. So there's going to be 4 different sizes and each of the sizes has this pairing of the outside cutting edge and the inside cutting edge. So you can, if you want, just cut out an aperture into your card, just cutting the center out and leaving a really nice kind of stitch line detail all the way around the perimeter. Or you can use the outside cutting edge and create a frame as well. Or just use the outside cutting edge by itself to have a like a topper element or a die cut element. So really, really cool and nice basic shape. So we've got the oval, the circle, the square, and the rectangle. So kind of nice to have all of those different options. And so I picked that set up as well. Now, everything else came in what they called Ben's Bonanza bundle, and for sure some of this is going to get put into my giveaway pile. Some of it I will definitely keep. So this is the Country Lane 12x12 paper pad. It's just gorgeous. I mean, look at all these really soft colors, so love that. There's this, which I also love. It's the paper collection from Vintage Snowman. And so it's just got a lot of dark colors, and actually the two of these, some of the colors seem like they might actually coordinate really, really well. So I love that, and especially since Crafter's Companion so often does like really bright, fun colors, it's nice to see something like a little bit more dark and vintagey. There's this, which will definitely go into a giveaway, and it's you don't necessarily need to have the score tool that this will fit into to use this. It's basically it's an embossing plate, so you can put your paper over here and then just take something like your ball stylus, and then with your paper down, sort of find that track and just run your ball stylus over your paper along this track to deboss a pattern. And you can cut on that line if you want to cut that shape, or you can just have that pattern be a really nice feature onto your card. And it's double-sided. So there are a lot of different options here. So this will definitely go into a giveaway. Got some really great sentiment stamp sets. So this one's all about thank you. This one's all about thinking of you. Basically the same sentiment, thank you and and thinking of you, but in a variety of different fonts. So, oftentimes the font that you choose can really connote different things, and so kind of nice to have that selection. I may or may not throw that into a giveaway. It definitely looks super useful and very usable, so I might keep it, but by the same token, I might have other things in my stash that are very similar that I can maybe afford to set that aside. Then we have just a lot. Look, all of this is part of the same bundle for like a really, really good deal. I mean, when they do their bundles and mystery boxes and mystery bags and things like that, it's always a really fantastic discount. So I have a stamp and die set from the Vintage Diary. It's basically a really nice frame and banner that will probably be put in a giveaway. This is from Knitwit Collections. It's buttons and brads, which I think are kind of fun. And they're in coordinating colors. So I might actually set this aside as a giveaway as well. Then we have a ribbon pack from Frosty Bright. And this is gorgeous. I might keep this, I don't know. There's watercolor Christmas. Look at these Christmas trees, pretty different. I kind of like that. So this is a die set. I might actually already have this. I'll have to double check, but this is an embossing folder from Masquerade Ball. This one I really love. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I love the idea of it. So it's a 2-part stamp. There are 2 stamps, the photopolymer, and one will stamp your the large hello, and then the other stamp is the more brush lettering from me to you. And this, I can't remember the name of the collection, but there were a lot of different sentiments, and then I also think they had like a Christmas set as well in that same pattern of one large word and then a brush lettered kind of scripty. So I think that I might throw into the giveaway pile. This is so pretty, this stamp set. It's from Sassy Classy, and it's called True Friends. And it's just got a girl sitting on the windowsill with her cat. Again, photopolymer. Usually the stamps that are like meant for coloring and whatnot are nice high quality photopolymer. So this again might be one that I keep. Maybe will go into a giveaway if I don't use it eventually. Here we have a 2-part die set. So you have one die that will cut out the phrase or the sentiment, and then a separate die to cut out the backing plate or shadow layer for it. And the sentiment reads, "Family is where life begins and love never ends." Just a beautiful sentiment. So love that. And it looks like it's a nice large size too. And this one is Garden Trellis, and again, photopolymer stamps that are meant to, you can create different backgrounds. If you do art journaling, this would be really fantastic for that as well. Again, I might keep it, I might set it aside as a giveaway, and this one, really, really lovely. It's called Floral Heart, and so you've got that large, kind of almost like a wreath, but made up of roses in that heart shape, and then you can put a focal image or your sentiment in the center there. And again, this is a photopolymer stamp set as well. Really, really beautiful. So there's that. This one I thought was kind of cool. This is Tropical Paradise. It's a creative card, but it's one that has multiple, it's almost like a tunnel card where you have multiple different scenes that you can kind of stack and layer to create that sort of 3D look. And so that was really fun. And then on top of that, there are additional, I mean, there are 12 dies in here. So so I think you're gonna get, I haven't opened it, so I don't know for certain, but I think there's gonna be different, it does look like there's different halves of the scene, the borders that you can create, so you can kind of mix and match between those four, and then there's individual elements like the birds and the flamingo and the leaves and whatnot that you can actually layer on top. So those were the stamps and dies that came in the bundle, but the bundle also included some Spectrum Noir products, which is amazing. So we have a set of Classique alcohol markers, and this is in the blue range. So there's I think 6 different markers here, and those are the different colors there. So really, really great. That this one I've never tried. These are the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, and in particular these are in different colors, so not just your standard clear, but there's a really nice pink, kind of a greenish aqua, almost teal color, and then a bluish. So really, really pretty. That. And then the other thing that came included is this, which is also from Spectrum Noir, and it's their glossy highlights. So very similar to a Glossy Accent or Diamond Glaze, which is what I use. So kind of nice that they've thrown this in as well, because I think this is relatively, maybe in the last year or something, relatively new Spectrum Noir product. So that's everything I got. It didn't cost a ton because, like I said, pretty much everything was on the order of 75% off or more. So that's pretty cool. Somewhere along in this bundle here was, I think, a free gift with purchase. That might have been this, I'm not sure. But really fantastic. Usually with Crafter's Companion, it's when they have these warehouse sales, or I just shopped, I think, the 17th birthday sale, and that's when you'll find a lot of really, really fantastic bargains and deals. So, very, very, very cool. So, I don't know what all I'll keep. I might keep some, and then after a couple months, if, by the time I hit, another, milestone here on YouTube, if I haven't used it, maybe I'll set it aside and, include it in a giveaway. And if when I do craft with these items, if I'm featuring them anyways, I will be sure to put those videos in my Crafter's Companion playlist, which is where you'll find all of the videos where I craft mostly with Crafter's Companion products. So until then, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.